What's up, y'all? Welcome back. My name's Justin, health education specialist here at The Goodness Well, and today I'm going to show you the best and only 5 fats that you should be using when you cook your food. And stick around because I'll also have some other important tips that you do not want to miss about cooking with these oils, like which ones are best for frying, which oils you need to avoid, and also some other common mistakes that people make when they buy and cook with these oils. Let's do it. Okay, so before we start, I want to touch on 2 important points when it comes to cooking with fats. So the first thing we're going to talk about is a smoke point. So smoke point is basically the temperature at which an oil or a fat begins to oxidize, break down, lose some of its nutritional value, and add in harmful chemicals from that oxidation process like free radicals and those things. For instance, many people pan fry foods with butter, but butter actually has a low smoke point at about 300, so it really should only be used as a spread, or if you're low heat sauteing vegetables, or using it in baking. And this is a big reason just to make sure that the oil or the fat that you're using to cook not only complements the flavor of your food, but also matches the cooking method that you're using to ensure that the oil or fat doesn't oxidize. Okay, my second point is to be sure as much as possible to buy these oils or fats in glass. So I won't go super deep into it on this video, but basically plastic containers can contain toxic chemicals like phthalates or bisphenols like BPA, and these chemicals are actually lipophilic, meaning they love fats and absorb easily into them. And so it's really hard to know which plastic containers use these chemicals. Plus, those glass bottles you can reuse for a lot of things around your house like we do. Okay, now let's get into the video. But real quick, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, or at least hit the like button for us. It really helps us out a lot. Okay, let's do it. Okay, at number 5, we have grass-fed butter. Yes, butter is healthy. You just have to choose the right ones. And if you don't believe me, you can check out the Pure study, which was one of the most recent, biggest global studies on nutrition, which actually showed that a higher intake of saturated fats does not increase the risk of cardiovascular disease like it was once thought, and is actually beneficial for your health when you choose the right ones. And 3 of our fats on this list are saturated fats. Okay, so why grass-fed butter? Grass-fed butter is actually from cows that graze on grass rather than grain-fed cows, and this boosts its omega-3s and its antioxidants. It's also packed with fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K, and has conjugated linoleic acid, and these are just super good for heart health. So the main one you're probably going to find at stores is this Kerrygold Pure Irish Butter. It's great. You can get it at Sam's, Walmart, really most grocery stores. It's fairly cheap, and it's really the main one that we use. You'll pay about $4 to $5 per 8-ounce pack, which really isn't too bad. Okay, and like we talked about, butter has a lower smoke point than other oils, so you really only want to use it for specific things, such as baking, using it as a spread, or you can throw it in your dishes to finish them off like vegetables or meats to just add a little more flavor to it. And if you want a great replacement for butter that you can cook on the stove at higher temperatures, that brings us into our next fat, and that's ghee. And not any specific ghee, but grass-fed ghee. So ghee is basically butter that's been clarified, meaning that it's removed the milk solids, and really the only thing left behind is the pure butter fat. And this process gives ghee a higher smoke point and makes it easier for those who are sensitive to like lactose or casein, because this makes it lactose free. Ghee basically has all those health benefits that we talked about with grass-fed butter, but it's easier to digest, it's dairy-free, and it has a higher smoke point, so you can use it to cook many different ways, such as high heat cooking like pan frying, roasting, or any type of sauteing really. Another great thing about ghee compared to butter is that it doesn't have to be put in the fridge and has a really long shelf life. So a quality grass-fed ghee is going to be a little bit more expensive than butter. It's about $1 an ounce, but I promise you it's worth it. We keep a jar of grass-fed ghee in our house at all times. Okay, so number 3 on the list is going to be coconut oil. So coconut oil, even though we have it number 3, is probably our favorite fat because we use it for so many different things. Obviously, we use it for cooking, but we even use it as a moisturizer, scalp moisturizer. Brooke even has it as one of the main ingredients in her famous body butter recipe, which you can check out right here. And coconut oil is honestly just a superfood when it comes to fats. It's anti-inflammatory, it raises your good cholesterol, and just has a host of other health benefits as well. So since coconut oil's smoke point is really high at 450, this is also a fat that you can use for frying any type of cooking, roasting, really anything. Now, if you're using coconut oil for your skin, or you're using it for really low heat cooking like baking, then choose unrefined coconut oil. This has more nutrients and it keeps more of that coconut flavor, so it just works perfectly well for those things. And coconut oil you can really get anywhere. It's super cost effective and lasts a long time. So in saying that, we come to our number 2 spot, which is olive oil. So man, olive oil is at the top of the game when it comes to nutrient dense oils. But I have it at number 2 for a reason. And that's because most of us aren't buying real olive oil. Honestly, most of the olive oils at the store aren't real extra virgin olive oil. And extra virgin olive oil is where all these nutrients really are. So let me show you real quick how to spot these low quality olive oils and higher quality olive oils.
Okay, so when looking for olive oil, you want to meet as many of these criteria you see on the screen as possible. For example, higher quality olive oils is just going to cost more. If it's cheap, it's because the quality is as well. They're also going to be in a dark glass bottle to prevent any chemical leaching from any cheap plastic and to maintain the quality of the olive oil. You also want them to have a harvest date because olive oil loses quality over time, and you want one with a harvest date in the last 1 to 2 years. Also, ensuring olive oil comes from one source is super important, as this ensures a more pure olive oil batch rather than many different quality olives mixed together. Having certifications like USDA Organic, North American Olive Oil Association seal, and especially protected geographical indication are companies proving their claims on their bottles. And you always want to go organic as much as possible to ensure a pesticide-free olive oil and safer farming practices. Okay, so first I'm going to show you the type of olive oils that you want to avoid. Many olive oils you see on the shelf are going to be like this one, which are cheap, non-organic, don't have any certifications, and come in a plastic bottle. These are made from low quality, highly processed oils that just don't have the same nutrients that real olive oil has. Okay, so now I'm going to show you some mid-tier level olive oils. They're going to be your olive oils that meet some of the criteria we talked about, but not all. And I'm going to show you a few examples so you kind of know how to differentiate them. So just because it's organic doesn't mean it's high quality. For instance, while this one's organic, it comes in plastic and the olives are sourced from 3 different countries. A good sign they use organic but low quality olives. This one is a step above the last one, but only because they use glass. They probably still use organic but low quality olives. This one is great as it has certifications that back up its quality as an olive oil, and it's sourced only from Italy, but I don't love that it's not organic and doesn't have a harvest date. Okay, so this is a good comparison here of a similar brand. So at first glance, these might look the same, but the main difference is one made from olives strictly from California, and the other is made with olives from multiple countries. So the one on the left is going to be a much better option. Not organic, but still good quality. Okay, now I'm going to show you some examples of some top-notch olive oils. So this one's organic. It has certifications to back up its quality, and it even has a QR code you can scan that shows you the source of the olives, which are all from Tunisia. And this one's even a step up from the last one, is this Bellucci organic olive oil, in which the olives aren't only from one country, but a specific region, and that's Tuscany in Italy. This protected geographical indication label is a high quality label to look for, as it ensures the olives are sourced from a single region. This is just high quality olive oil at its finest. And choosing high quality olive oils like this not only tastes way better, but they have a lot of powerful nutrients that just make it a nutritional powerhouse.
Olive oil just has so much great benefits. It's high in monounsaturated fats. It's got a lot of powerful antioxidants like polyphenols, which help fight inflammation. And it's just super good for heart health and just your overall health. So I know most people do cook with olive oil on the stove. Its smoke point is about 375. And if you cook on high heat for longer periods, it can start to oxidize and build up those free radicals like we talked about. But really, honestly, olive oil should be used more so on salads, maybe in dressings, light sauteing foods. It's really not meant for long high heat cooking. Okay, so now onto our top spot, and you probably already guessed it, it's gonna be avocado oil. So avocado oil is slightly less nutritious than real extra virgin olive oil, but avocado oil is still number 1 because it is so versatile. You can really use it for anything, mainly because of its high smoke point. It has the highest smoke point of any of the fats on this list. It still has super great health benefits. It's packed with monounsaturated fats, has a lot of antioxidants, helps reduce inflammation, great for heart health. I mean, this oil is just super great and should be in everyone's kitchen really. And because of the super high smoke point, avocado oil is going to be your best oil if you want to deep fry something in your kitchen. Again, you can also use avocado oil for many other things. You can use it for salad dressings, a replacement for other oils in your baking recipes. Like I said, cooking on the stove, really anything. Anything's fair game with this. Okay, so now let's get to the oils and fats that you want to avoid. Okay, so what you want to avoid is basically margarine or seed oils that you see here on the screen. And there's a lot of chatter out there that these aren't really unhealthy. And in a certain sense, that's true. But the big reason you want to avoid these is because they're super high in omega-6 fatty acid. And these omega-6s aren't inherently bad on their own, but to be healthy, we want a healthy ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 ratio of about 3-1. And most studies show that people who eat a standard American diet have ratios of 10-1 all the way up to 30-1, which is not good. And the standard American diet is super high in these oils because these oils are almost in every processed or packaged food that you can find. I mean, literally just go to the grocery store, pick up a couple processed foods, packaged foods you might see on the shelves, and it probably has some type of seed oil like canola oil, soybean oil, something like that. And these omega-6 oils just aren't as nutritious as the oils and fats that I've shown you on this list. And so why not just choose the healthier oils? And it's important to know that these seed oils aren't just in the bottles that blatantly say canola or soybean oil. They're also actually hidden in a lot of other things, such as bottles that say vegetable oil, or actually in most of your butters at the store. That includes your plant-based butters and your I can't believe it's butters. All those are basically made of these cheap seed oils that we just discussed. So overall, these seed oils are just super highly processed, not a lot of nutrients in them, and just contribute to a higher omega-6 to omega-3 ratio. Okay, and that is all I got for today, y'all. Go ahead and drop a comment what type of oils you like to use, how you use them. Please go ahead and hit a like on this video real quick. It helps us out a lot. We do a video every week, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. Turn notifications on, and you'll get notified every week we put our video up. And as always, we appreciate y'all, and we'll see y'all next time.